Welcome to a Sunday session. And today's Sunday session is late. It is after 7:30. It's 7:35 to be exact. And this is very spontaneous. I did not schedule this. However, I knew it was fitting to come on here and go ahead and talk about February. It's the month of February already, second month of 2026, and we need a calendar. We need to schedule our life. Like I talked about in the last live, if you check that out, we need to schedule some things. So we have a weekly calendar here, and I have discussed this in the past before. And before I get started, I'm just going to take a pause just in case others come on and I don't want to have to play catch up too much. So let's just take a minute, and I'm just going to be looking here just to see what's happening as far as those coming on. And like I said, this is very like spontaneous. It's unscheduled, and we are just coming on here to talk about schedules. Speaking of schedules and calendars, and this is the weekly calendar here that I really want to make sure you guys get a copy of. I did talk about this in the last live. I talked about calendars and schedules and planning things and preparing and all sorts of things. I also talked about this calendar too. This here is hope you guys can see it well. This is a yearly planner. I decided it's a lateral calendar. That's exactly what it's called. And I decided I wanted to do this lateral calendar because I could see the entire year. So I'll hold it up again. You have January all the way to December. You have the days of the week all the way across, so you can see your entire year. Now that may be a bit much for some. That's probably like over the top doing the most. However, if you have a very busy life, if you travel a lot, if you, let's just say with children, this may actually be very helpful if you have school age children who have, if they're into sports, if they have extracurricular activities. I feel like if you get their school calendar, and if you have a lateral calendar like this, you could maybe color coordinate it. Let's just say if you have two children, you could, a boy and a girl, let's just do it that way. You could have pink for your girl and blue for your boy. And anytime they have something going on, and let's just say it's not a perfect world, we know that they just won't always have stuff going on at different times. More than likely, they will have activities going on at the same time. So you can at least color coordinate things and look over it. And their spring breaks, like March, I know that's coming up because I'm actually covering someone's shift at work. Then they have fall break later in the year. Then they have Christmas breaks. And so I think this would help for school age children, definitely, if you want to do that. And then you can say, okay, we're going to take our family vacation during this time. And then you could take your own vacation, just by yourself. Because when you're a parent, you don't always take your vacations with your children. You may take them by yourself, or just you and your spouse. If you have a spouse or a partner, you may just say, you know what, we're going to do something without the children. So I feel like this is a really good way to really plan, to stay very, very organized. I think this is awesome. But this is the task at hand, our weekly calendar. So I'm going to put this in the description box below for you guys. This is a template that I made up. I came up with this on Canva. I did the same thing for my lateral calendar for the year. Made those on Canva, and I want to make those available to you guys. They're very plain Jane. It's not nothing, no big fuss about it. Just Sunday through Saturday. I started at 5 a.m. only because that's the time my day typically starts, and my day typically ends at 9:30 p.m. So I did include, it's kind of structured to my life. However, you can on top of the time or underneath it, there is like a little spare. So you could kind of cross through it maybe and write your time. You could do that. I don't have this where you can edit it. Now, if there's a way for me to do that, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. However, I do have it where it is laid out with the time on the side, and then you have your days of the week across. Okay. So the way I typically like to, let's see if anyone has any questions so far. I don't see anything yet. However, that is totally fine. We will continue. But like I said, they're both of the calendars will be in the description box for you guys, just to kind of keep you organized and you can have a schedule. Now, my calendars do not let this scare you. Mine fill up like is stuff all over across the top, everywhere. I fill up a calendar. And if this is how your calendar looks, if it's this full, don't let that scare you because it does show that you do have some structure to your life. You have a lot going on, and this will help you better structure your life. What I learned from creating this template and actually writing in this, I got too much going on. And, that obviously we can see that. However, what I mean by that is if I have some big events going on, like for this particular week, I want to say I had like 4 or 5 things going on. That is too much. So it helped me to realize when I'm overbooking myself. So now I physically know if I have, let's just say, if I'm going to an event on a Thursday evening after work, if if I have an dinner or something, let's just say, because a lot of times, like my career, we'll have dinners. So we'll have them like once a quarter sometimes. So it could be even every other month. It just depends. So I may have a dinner one evening, then I have another event. I may have a volunteer event or something going on with my church. My limit is 3 because a lot of times I'm planning for events like I had an event this past Saturday. However, the snow, it was snow all over the ground, and people in the South do not know how to drive in the snow, so they cancel a lot of events. People up north probably are laughing at us, which is fine. But we don't know how to drive down here. So they have to close things down just to keep everyone safe because everybody be out here killing each other because people don't know how to drive. So the event that I was actually hosting was canceled. So, I was like, oh, okay. Thank you, Snow. No, but honestly, it wasn't too bad because I actually had planned that event. Everything was pretty much laid out. And so, what I like to do, so as we go through this calendar, let's just say, for example, that was Saturday. That was here. What I like to do on a Wednesday evening is check in. Like I had participants for this particular event. So I want to check in with them this night. I don't want to wait till the night before. Do not do that. Not a good, I would not recommend that. A couple of nights before, just in case if someone is sick, if someone forgot, people are allowed to forget we are human. These things do happen. If someone's like, oh my goodness, I've been busy all week, I totally forgot. I'm so glad. So, this gives them time to prepare for something that's going to be in a couple of days. So, this is when I like to usually check in when I have an event just to make sure we are still good to go. If I have participants for this event, I need to know that they are ready to participate, that they have not forgotten. Things come up with people. Someone may say, oh, I have to go out of town. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. I was going to call you tomorrow. Well, if that's the case, I'm glad I contacted them prior to because now I can go ahead and plan. If I need to take over and do it myself, I will. Just whatever. So, that's my advice. If you're hosting something and you want to make sure that everyone, all your participants, are going to be available still, I would recommend not the night before, several days before, go ahead and check in with them. So I usually will put that on my calendar, check in with participants for Saturday's event. Okay. Now let's see what else. Okay. So what you need to do on your schedule, on your calendar here, your non negotiables, let's start with those first. So let's just say, for example, you're going to work Monday through Friday. Put it in. If you have to work from I'm gonna do my schedule because I love my schedule. When I'm at work, it's great. It's 7 to 3:30. I start early, I end early. Is I love it. So I get up at 5 because I have my worship and I exercise. So with that being said, I wake up. Let's just say I'm planning for a 5-day week for myself. I'm working every day. So I'm waking up at 5. I'm exercising until about 5:45 and I'm hitting the shower. Then I leave home about 6:15. And you're probably like, whoa, you only give yourself 30 minutes to get ready. I wear scrubs. And it does not take much to put on scrubs, put on lotion. It literally takes me 30 minutes to get ready for work. I don't do a lot of makeup. Um, I am very plain Jane at work. When you have a uniform, you can do that. And if you have a corporate job and you get a little more dressed up, don't give yourself 30 minutes. Unless you can do 30 minutes, let's give yourself more time. Okay, with all that being said, I wanted to just say with that, I even write the time I leave, the time I'm in the car, then I just draw a line down through here to say work. So that way I know nothing is happening during this time. I get off of work, I'm in the car again. Now, for me, I don't have any small children. My evenings pretty much are free. Pretty much are free. Unless I have errands, and I have told myself, do not, and I repeat and repeat, do not run errands every evening. Don't do it. Pick 2 days out of the week to run errands. That may be a Monday because you're coming off the weekend. There may be some things that you need to get you through the week. Then you could perhaps run errands on a Thursday. Now you're getting ready for the weekend. That's how I like to structure my life. I am not ripping and running every single day. Now, if you have small children, if you have school age children who are in sports and they have practices and things, if you can partner with another parent, if you have a spouse, you can partner with your spouse. Can you pick up the little one today and I pick him up tomorrow? Just kind of do that. If that's not the case, or if you don't have that option, if your spouse works later, because my husband has always worked later, so that may be some people's story. Partner with another parent and see, hey, can if you pick up them today, Monday, then I'll pick them up Tuesday. I have coworkers who do that with their children's teams and other parents. I think that is really awesome, and I think that would help a lot. So put that on your calendar. So then one evening you may be able to go straight home from work, or get your nails done and get your hair fixed. You may be able to do something, or just run your errands when you don't have to sit in on a rehearsal or a practice or something like that. So that's something else you can put in. And in my case, like I was saying, I have meetings. I'm part of a lot of organizations. I do I do a lot. Let's see, just to name a few. I'm part of City Beautiful. That's something in my hometown. I am part of things at church. I'm a part of maybe 3 different groups at church. So that's already a handful. So 3 groups at church, 3 groups at work. The Healthier 901, I'm a part of that, and my job does things with that where we're into fitness and health. And I'm part of a book club with my job, and the fun club where we like to do events, do things that are fun. So that's 3 at church, 3 at work, in the community, 3-ish, 2-ish. So I have a lot of things that I do. Plus, I'm a wife, I am a mother. Like I said, I don't have small children. My child is an adult child. So I don't really have her schedule to mix with my schedule. So I don't have to do that. However, after work, I have put on my calendar, and you guys should do the same, make dinner. I do not cook every day. I am not going to pretend that I'm in the kitchen every evening cooking. I am not. I will cook probably about 3 days a week. I enjoy leftovers. They do not bother me. I can eat the same thing all week. It does not it does not bother me. Some people cannot do that, and that's understandable. So what I would strongly suggest, and I won't make this long-winded because this was just to plan our calendar, but I do want you to think about all of the things that you have in your life that you need to go ahead and write out so you can see if you're doing too much and if you need to move some things around. I think it's better when when it's on paper, you can see what it looks like. But like I was saying about dinner, making dinner, if you don't like leftovers, then try to maybe, and if you don't want to eat every day, then make two meals at once. Let's just say one night, go ahead and put some veggies on parchment paper and a sheet pan, put it in the oven, make some rice, and that can be like a bowl, and you can have that one evening. You can do a big salad. I'm just trying to think of some things that are fast for busy people because I know I'm busy and I like food that can basically cook itself. Seriously, there are some times when I'm good. I can get in the kitchen and we can make a whole lot of stuff from scratch because a lot of my foods, because of my plant-based lifestyle, are not processed foods. That was one of my goals. Oh, and speaking of that, I am going to record a video about my goals for 2026. I do not feel like I'm late to the party. I feel like I'm right on time. It's February, guys. Seriously. And the month of January for me was very challenging. It was very challenging coming off the holidays. Some people have post-holiday blues. It hit me this year. It hit me this year. I want to say maybe for the first time, yeah, for the first time, I think I had post-holiday blues. So, trying to come into a new year and coming off the holidays and just all the hustle and bustle with that, trying to go into the new year with all these goals and things I'd like to achieve. I had them in my mindset, but it took me a while to get it going. So I got it going now. I'm so thankful. And this is real. This is I did not know what it was, but I figured it out. I was able to watch something and it explained exactly what I was feeling. So I'm so thankful for that, and I was able to push through and come out through this. And now I am ready to share my goals for 2026 with you guys. That will be a video. It will not be a live, as far as I know. It will be a video that comes up on the channel in about a week. Okay. Lastly, just want to also really, so the non-negotiables, like I said, put those here goes my scary full calendar. Let me bring the empty one up. I don't want to scare you guys away. So your non-negotiables, make sure you put those on here, like work and activities with children after school, or for myself if I have organization meetings. Like I have a meeting this Tuesday with an organization, so I would put that on here. Let's see. Then I have work for a couple of days. So those things go on here. Eat dinner. If you have a spouse, if you have a special person in your life, sometimes you may have to put it on your calendar as well. And it's not, oh, let me make sure I'm making time for you. It's not like that. It's just you want to see the big picture of what your life is looking like. So you can say, okay, you know what? Maybe we should have done this day or did this that day. You want to always just kind of look at it. And I feel like once you get something like this down pat, honestly, it'll be up here. It'll be in your phone. You'll kind of know. I don't feel like you have to do this forever. Now, some people may, and that's okay. That's totally fine. It's totally okay to always have a schedule, a calendar. It's totally fine. Let's see if there's any last points I want to make. Print this off. Go ahead as far as you can. I am very fortunate to know my schedule sometimes months in advance. Um, yeah, that's pretty nice. So it's like I can schedule my entire month of February. I know what days I'm working. I know when I have a trip plan. I've already played. I'm so excited I can't even say it. I've already paid for it. So my husband and I out and I'm gonna put that on the channel too. What we're doing and where we're going. Okay. Yeah. I'm super excited about that. So yeah, let's see that's mainly it. Get ready for bedtime. That's something I think is important. Here goes showing my scary calendar again. Get ready for bedtime. Put that here because that's important that you also make sure you're getting enough rest. Just honestly, I know a lot of us working adults, busy adults, we do not get enough rest. And I really feel that we've got to make it a point to get enough rest. So make sure you fill out this schedule. Fill out this calendar, guys. This is going to be so helpful to you as you go through this new month, this new week, this new day, the month of February. It's not too late because some of y'all up anyway. It's almost 8 o'clock. A lot of people don't go to bed until midnight. So let's just keep it real. If you are up watching this live, or if you watch the live afterwards, after we've gone off live, go ahead and print the calendar that's below and fill it in. You're up anyway. Go ahead and just fill it out. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate you guys. It's always a joy when I come on here. What that looks like these days, I really can't say because I'm working some things out with my calendar, with my schedule, and coming off the holidays and things of that nature. We are putting things more into perspective. So just work with me. I plan on being on here more and more. We'll gradually come back. However, I still think about the content. I still think about it, and I have so many things I want to share. You guys, one day I'm going to have a Q&A where you guys can ask me anything and say, what do you be up to? And why are you gone for months? And what happens here? And what happens there? And what is it? I do not mind because I would love to share, because this is LJ's real life. It's LJ's real busy life. But I love it. I'm thankful and blessed. And I just really enjoy sharing. You guys have a wonderful week. And get those calendars filled out, get structured, get organized. I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to have to come away from the camera so I can go off the live properly. Take care, guys.